Hey guys, Jules here from Behind the Cork for another What's in Your Glass weekend wine. This wine I wanted to bring you a powerhouse. Think big, bold, beautiful, floral. What are we talking about? California Zinfandel. The version I have here is a Frog's Leap Zinfandel 2018. Hopefully you guys can see that. Reason why I want to talk about this is I love California wine. Cabernet Sauvignon is probably one of my favorites. Just really bold flavors, blackberries, just rich mouthful. Zinfandel is no exception. Maybe some of you may be saying, well, I've had Zinfandel, how come this is red? What we're used to seeing typically is the white Zinfandel. And sorry, this wine is still watering the acidity. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But white Zinfandel was popularized and marketed so much. It still kind of is, but that rosé sweet juice that everybody used to drink, I used to love it. It's still sold today. The white Zinfandel, Robert Mondavi was the classic one everybody used to drink. This is a red Zinfandel grape variety. Different, however, the rosés are made obviously with red wine. If you don't know, rosés are made with red grapes. The hang time on the skins is much less, so you get like a blush rosé, right? So if you notice, if ever you have a grape cluster in your hand, you want to crack that open. The inside of the grape cluster is always going to be transparent, translucent color. The wine gets its color, red wine, from the skins. So as it ferments with the skins, it gets its color. So if you don't let it hang too long, and I'm saying probably hours or half a day, maybe at the most, you're going to get a blush rosé wine. If you let it sit for days and so on, you're going to get that thicker, richer color. So that's just a quick tip. And in fact, a quick tip on champagne as well. 2 of the 3 grape varieties that champagne is made are red grapes. So there's a tip for you, or a good to know fact. But let's talk about Zinfandel right here. The reason why I love it, I guess, I mentioned at the start, big, bold, beautiful. This one in particular is primarily Zinfandel grape. However, has 14%, I believe, Petit Syrah and Carignan. So it's a blend. That's why I love it. It's just floral. It's beautiful, thick, rich. Think inky wines, coating. The tannins are not overwhelming. They're not overpowering like in a big Cabernet bold Sauvignon. They're not really overpowering, but you do taste some oak there. The acidity is just beautiful and just makes the mouth water. But the reason why I love this wine is just the flavors and the richness. Most of the Zinfandels from California, you're going to get that full-bodied, inky mouth coating. If you like the blackberry, the blueberry, just a mouthful of juicy fruit, Zinfandel is your favorite. It does have, you know what, let's just go right into it. I'm going to taste it so I can give you guys a note. Wow. So, as mentioned, it's just beautiful. The aroma is just gorgeous. It just makes you want to just sip after sip. The flavors, again, you're going to get the good acidity in the side of the tongue. Nice oak flavor, blackberry, blueberry are very prominent here. It does have an herbaceous finish, and when I say that, the wine, because this is young, 2018, it can age very well for at least 5 to 10 years in the bottle. This is the type of wine that can age very, very well. The herbaceousness is still present. It's part of the process, as the skins and as the seeds, and as there always is going to be some kind of herbaceousness, and depending on wine, sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. This is still young, so I can still feel some of that at the end. And the best way I can describe herbaceousness is the green grass, green pepper. If you ever eat green pepper, that residual taste of a green pepper, bell pepper, is what I'm talking about here. It's very subtle, but it's there. But just gorgeous flavors. It's mouth coating and just amazing. And then really the reason why I love Zinfandel. If you guys love Syrah, Petit Syrah, Shiraz, from the Puglia region, Primitivo, This you're going to love Zinfandel because they're the same. I mean, the Primitivo is the same grape DNA as Zinfandel. But what I'm talking about when it comes to Syrah and Shiraz is that it's got this spiciness. So the Zinfandel also has the finished black pepper spice that makes the mouth or the tongue tingle a little bit. I love that. If you love your Shiraz, Syrah, especially if you love your Australian Shiraz, you're going to love California Zinfandel. So please give this a try. It's just amazing. If you love plush, inky, really dark, I don't know if you guys can see that, but just dark flavors, Zinfandel is your choice. This one in particular is a little on the expensive side, $48 Canadian. Frog's Leap, renowned winery in California. If you guys haven't visited Napa Valley, please do so. It's just an amazing area. Everywhere you go, there's just incredible terrain, incredible wine. Zinfandel Cabernet Sauvignon is abundant, and they do it very, very well. So hopefully you guys like that for this weekend. Again, this is a rich, bold wine. So if you saw any of my past videos, what you're going to pair this with is a rich, bold dish. So, you know, tomorrow we're having lamb on the barbecue. This is the perfect wine for barbecued meat. There's no exception. This for me is like gold when it comes to barbecued meat, so I can't wait for tomorrow. Hopefully it'll last for tomorrow. But anyway, full dish, if you're gonna do osso buco or anything that is rich body meat, protein, even chicken on the barbecue will do very, very fine. You want to watch with delicate food. This is going to overpower any delicate food. So this needs to be paired with a fuller bodied dish. Make sure that there's some flavor, oak, smoke, anything that's barbecued, smoked will go amazing with this wine. But honestly, I love my Zinfandels on their own with cheese. I just had a Manchego, Spanish Manchego with this wine. Spectacular because the acidity of the Manchego went very well with the Zinfandel. So again, I can just talk all night. But hopefully you guys can, if you can't find this particular wine, hopefully you guys can see that in your local liquor store. Then just, you know, look for Californian Zinfandel. What I want to say, obviously, you know, price is not always indicative of quality. Sometimes it's a marketing thing. Sometimes it's the price that, you know, you pay for bringing the wine to market. However, I personally feel with California wine, spend a little more for your Zinfandel because you're going to have your runabout, you know, Zinfandels at $19, $22. They're going to taste very jammy, very fruity, very nice as well. But spend a little more for your Zinfandel because, again, this is a more refined wine. You know, like most wineries, they'll produce a primary wine and then they'll have their, you know, really marketed, I want to say, wine that's mass produced, lower bottle, lower priced, and just sells very well. The wine is still amazing, but when we talk about a little bit more expensive wine in California, you're going to get the quality. In general sense, you're going to get the quality. So if not 48, you know, spend $30, $35 on a good Zinfandel, and you won't regret it because the wine is just superb. It's going to give you amazing flavors, right? So that's about it. So hopefully you guys like my weekend pick for this week. That's it. If you like this video, please follow. More to come. You have any comments, have any suggestions, any preferences, please provide at the bottom there. But that's about it. Hopefully you guys like this. Jules here from Behind the Cork. Cheers.